My Uber driver was a mechanical engineer. This week I met at least 3 different kinds of people, one of whom finished his engineering exams, probably knows exactly what he wants to do but does not know what he should do, knows where he wants to be in life but does not know how to achieve that. The other is a graduate, B.Tech Computer Science, but throughout his college life he focused on projects, applications, internships, at the cost of his curriculum, sacrificed his grades and now remains unplaced. And third would be someone of the likes of my Uber driver, who is a mechanical engineer graduate, knows 7 languages including English, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Urdu and more, probably I don't know, has had a successful business, took a loss which he could not recover, moved to a trip and today is an Uber driver. Before we move on to our AI portfolio, in this segment, I don't want to give gyan. I don't want to impart any knowledge. मैं ज्ञान देने नहीं आया हूँ. I am sharing an experience. I do not have opinions. Opinion remains with you as the viewer. It is just an entertaining experience that I've had in the last 7 days of interacting with different kinds of people and listening to their stories. One observation that I've had is business in India has always been there. We literally have communities that are associated with business mindsets. However, Indian economy is still majorly service driven. But with the rise of the new age entrepreneurs, of the likes of the sharks in the Shark Tank, or even not so new age entrepreneurs who have started these platform based businesses like your Naukri.com 99 acres or Swiggy or Zomato, they have sort of created a new wave of inspiration, a new wave of motivation in the youth to actually consider startups as a career path, actually consider entrepreneurship as a career path, which is fantastic. But you know what? In the TV shows that we see, in the YouTube channels that we see, the kind of influence we get from these new age entrepreneurs, for each of those success stories, there lies 1,000 failure stories. And that is not a demotivating factor. In fact, that is a motivating factor, that you have at least some chance of success. But it is very easy to get carried away with that, And what I am observing is that a lot of new graduates, a lot of youth are not valuing their own curriculum because the media represents the new age startups as a formula to quick money. And in order to make it watchworthy, they cannot show the struggles behind it because media is all about watchworthiness, right? And probably that is exactly what I am doing right now with this particular video. So that was my short monologue. Continuing with our journey in our AI portfolio. कैश रखा था हम लोगों ने 20,000 का, but I have averaged. And यहाँ you can see that I have added more of PGEL and VOLTAS on Friday. Why? So let's open TradingView. On Friday, I invested in PGEL. Why? Because if you see this pattern, every time the price comes close to the mean, the next candle is green. The price comes close to the mean, the next candle is green. The price comes close to the mean, the next candle is green. The price comes close to the mean, the next candle is green. Similar setup यहाँ पे हुआ. So I got a very strong technical signal that the mean for PGEL is actually a very strong support. So I took that bet. And मैंने अपने positions को 1.5 times किया. I had 13 shares, मैंने 7 shares और add किए. So let us update our table. देखो, this is a journey, right? मैं चाहता तो I could have prepared this before recording this video. मगर I'm showing you how I'm actually doing this while I'm actually doing this. मैं अलग से I'm not spending time on this portfolio, right? I'm doing the research live on camera. I'm doing the logging, recording and calculations live on camera. This is exactly what the journey is. This is the Finfluenced journey and we are all doing it together. ठीक है? So there will be mistakes probably live on camera that I may not be able to catch it after recording the video. And that is why I say that this is not financial advice. I am doing a very risky job here, which you should not replicate. You should actually consult a wealth manager, a SEBI registered financial advisor who can give you proper guidance. This is an experiment. Can AI be my financial advisor? Today the answer is no. Straight out of the bat, ये नज़र आ रहा है कि we have probably missed a small rally by staying 20% in cash. However, we have a laggard in our portfolio, that is VOLTAS. But VOLTAS और PGEL दोनों ही एक consumption theme के basis पे हैं, जिसको regardless of their price action, we will have to hold it for at least 2 to 3 quarters to see the increase in sales or decrease in sales, to finally check whether our hypothesis is still intact or not. और अगर हम अपना प्योर एक्विटी पोर्टफोलियो भी देखें तो it has actually not performed very well. All the indexes are up by 5 to 6%, जबकि पराग पारेख is 1.7 and हमारा portfolio is 2. Why? Because one of our largest holdings has actually kept us modest. It is very early. It hasn't even been 1 month for this portfolio, right? Abhi April 28 chal raha. It has literally been 28 days. Let us wait and watch. I believe that within the next 2 quarters, जब earnings आना शुरू होंगी, जब new tax का effect आना शुरू होगा, जब consumption, जब market में money flow होना शुरू होगा, all of the hypotheses, all of the rationale that is mentioned here is going to actually play out then. Abhi, it is good that our portfolio hasn't ran away with 5% gains. Why? Because this remains an opportunity to accumulate. ठीक है, आज हम AI से पूछेंगे क्या? पूछते हैं चलो. You are an equity research analyst with 20 years of experience and you have managed portfolios of a bunch of richest people in the world. On 1st of April 2025, you suggested a list of stocks to invest in India. The following is my holding status. मैंने टेबल कॉपी करके भेज दिया है. AI is intelligent enough to interpret what is there in this mess. ठीक है, so मैं उसको पूछा कि tell me all that happened in the world at both the geopolitical level and at the portfolio specific level which may have affected these companies in the last 1 week since April 19th. ठीक है, और पिछले जितने भी रेस्पॉन्सेज हैं मैं उनको यहाँ पे ऐसे लॉग करके रख रहा हूँ. जैसे April 19th का यहाँ पे है, तो सारे डेट्स में अभी तक हमने जितनी भी बार ये वीकली पोर्टफोलियो ये AI पोर्टफोलियो बनाया है उस सब का रिकॉर्ड है. देखो, ग्लोबल मार्केट्स एंड जियोपॉलिटिक्स में US चाइना ट्रेड टेंशन्स आ गए हैं. इंडियन मार्केट्स में निफ्टी हैज़ सरपास द 24,000 मार्क. विद बैंकिंग, फाइनेंशियल्स, IT एंड ऑटो सेक्टर्स में काफ़ी गेन हुआ है. काफ़ी ऑप्टिमिज्म देखा. डॉलर इंडेक्स गिरा है तो इंडियन रुपी स्ट्रॉन्ग हुआ है थोड़ा सा. एंड FIIs sustained positive FII flow is still considered contingent on global stability and robust domestic earnings. So April में शायद FIIs अभी भी net sellers हैं but marginally, काफ़ी marginally, क्योंकि last 2 weeks से FIIs have been buying. I don't remember the exact numbers but यार मिल जाएगा तुम लोगों को, just Google. I'm not a Finfluencer. ठीक है. और अर्निंग सीजन आ रहा है तो HDFC बैंक के तो अच्छे रिजल्ट्स आए ही हैं. सबका डिटेल रिपोर्ट दिया. कंक्लूजन पे चलते हैं, ये मेरे को बताएगा कि भाई एग्जैक्ट चेंजेस क्या हुए हैं. द वीक फ्रॉम 20 से 26 was positive for Indian market driven by earnings optimism and stable global cues. Your portfolio generally benefited by this rally क्योंकि एक तो HDFC बैंक ने Q4 रिजल्ट्स अच्छे दिए थे, जो मेरी लास्ट वीडियो भी थी. मेरे वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करने के बाद ही रिजल्ट्स है तो मैं वापस से वीडियो एडिट करके वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करके उसमें पूरा कमेंट्री दिया हूँ. Rationale for PGEL and VOLTAS remains strong and your decisions to add shares suggests conviction in the summer demand story despite potential price hikes, supply issues mentioned in the earlier reports. Bilkul. Mahindra & Mahindra saw significant management changes aimed at future growth, reinforcing strong positioning, reflected its stellar stock performance. Bajaj Holdings, Bajaj Finance, Indian Hotels, NH and NUVAMA saw the rationales hold as well, benefiting from positive market sentiment and sector-specific tailwinds like BFSI, that is banking, financial services, institutions probably, don't remember, strength, ongoing tourism and healthcare trends. Overall, the portfolio's performance reflects strong market conditions and positive developments for several key holdings. The core investment thesis remains largely intact, and in some cases like HDFC and Mahindra were arguably strengthened or clarified by the week's events. Perfect. So, again, इसको record करने की Excel sheet में, we are seeing that our rationale of investing is strengthening week after week, and that is all that we need. It does not matter where the price moves. It does not matter what the benchmark is doing in the short term. What matters is our hypothesis of the investment, is our rationale behind our investment, and our own conviction in the performance of the company, of the business. ठीक है? So that's all for today. I hope this wasn't too much gyan. And I'll see you next week. Bye.
Little